Why did you choose to spend last year in Latvia?
We spent last year in Latvia because that's the only country they were allowed to let youngsters to compete at my age, and the LAF, the rally organisation in Latvia, let me compete out there. I'd like to thank Andries Burkus. He's the guy who gave me the opportunity to compete out there for 2 years.
Does not having a road driving license hinder your competition aspirations?
Not really, no, because I've had the opportunity to compete in Latvia where you don't need a road licence, all you need is a competition licence. But back in the UK, I got my driving test booked on the 25th of November, and hopefully all things will go well in that, and that'll open more doors in the future for me.
Do you find that your studies get in the way of your running career? Or vice versa?
The studies did get a little bit in the way because I took GCSEs this year in June and July. But the school were very supportive towards what I was doing out in Latvia and my rallying career. And we managed to work around my studies. And but no, it didn't really get in the way too much, which was I'm pleased about, and I got my good grades which I wanted.
You're both at the beginning of your career. What are your main aims and ambitions for your career?
Main aims, short aim mains at the moment is to finish Wales Rally GB, my home event, in December, and maybe in a few years' time, maybe competing in the World Rally Championship. I've obviously got my aspirations and goals to be maybe World Rally Champion, but that's a long way away. Yeah, I'm still young, I'm still getting experience, which is the main thing.
Do you have a particular stage of the rally that you're looking forward to, or any stages that you wish you could avoid?
Maybe on the Friday stages, because the stages are very close to my hometown in Abu Dhabi, and they're running a stage through Sweet Lamb on Friday, which I've been practicing where I've been young. It'd be nice to reward myself to be competing on the same stage as some of the best drivers in the world. Mainly Saturday and Sunday, I haven't really got much experience down in South Wales, so it'll be a big learning experience for myself.
Do you take a different type of approach, racing at home, to racing at any other rally in the championship, or do you treat it like any other rally?
I've been treating Wales Rally GB just any other rally, but obviously it's part of the World Rally Championship, and it's a big event for everybody in Great Britain because we've got a round of the World Rally Championship. But I haven't really done an event this size before, so it's going to be a big learning curve for myself. But no, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a great experience.
When do you get your first look at the stages? How do you map the route?
Well, we get to do a 2-day recce before the event, where me and Gemma, my co-driver, get to write pace notes. So that's the only insight and look I'll get at the stages, and that's where we can get write our own notes and stuff and get the maximum opportunity of learning the stages before the event on the weekend.
My thoughts are I don't know enough about it to really comment on it properly, but from what you've told me, it sounds like a good idea. The reason that we've chosen the Fiesta over the last couple of years is because it's all about the driver and not who's got the biggest budget and the best car. So it is a good thing.
You're at the beginning of your career, I think it's fair to say. What are your main aims and ambitions for your career?
We'd like to be as far as we can. Realistically, you need a big budget to be anywhere in the World Championship. Next year we're hoping to run a far better car, more powerful car, better in its class rather than just against each other. So yeah, I mean, we'll wait and see what sponsors are, etc.
And do you think that Sebastian Loeb's 5 successive titles has been bad for the popularity of the sport, or has it attracted a new set of fans?
Oh, that's a good question. I think, Seb is somebody who's obviously a unique attraction to our sport. It's, I suppose, the same situation as with Michael Schumacher in Formula One a few years ago. I think we're lucky to have somebody with the talent that he's got. I mean, he's undoubtedly, probably the best driver that we've had in our sport in recent history, and he's proven that now over 5 years. So I think it's something that adds something to our sport. We don't have as many personalities in rallying at the moment as we did probably a few years ago, sadly, particularly with the sad passing of Colin McRae. So I think Seb is somebody that we need to appreciate while we've got him, because he's an undoubted talent. But this year we're very lucky on Wales Rally GB having two world champions, current world champions. We've got Valentino Rossi taking part, and I think it's going to be very interesting to see how he shapes up this year against Sebastian Loeb, the 5 times World Rally champion.
Yeah, with Valentino Rossi's entry into this year's event, do you think that his inclusion will draw in spectators who would not normally be interested in rallying?
I'm sure that's going to be the case. We're busy trying to get that story over to as many people as possible, and Valentino's been amazing with us. He's volunteered to help out on what is a very important charitable occasion here in the UK, which is through the BBC television channel. He's sponsoring or being involved with the Children in Need appeal, which is a very worthwhile annual appeal, and he's helping out with that appeal. That's going out this Friday night, and I think he's an amazing guy, and it's certainly going to widen the appeal, particularly I think to two-wheel motorsport fans, to whom he's extremely familiar. But everyone knows Valentino. He's a fantastic guy, and we're looking forward to welcoming a lot of new people to see him on the event this year.
And finally, do you think the rotation of WRC events threatens the sustainability and existence of the event?
I think it is a threat, frankly. I think 2009 we will be running Wales Rally GB as a WRC status event. Currently, as this calendar stands, 2010 we'll be missing, and I think the problem with that, I think, is that there is no model currently within world sport for the sustainability of sponsorship on a biannual basis, and therefore I think we are jeopardising the support that we enjoy currently, not only here in the UK but I think worldwide. Sponsors like to be able to use the platform of an annual event, whether it's to get media exposure, whether it's to benefit from the economic impact of tourism, particularly I think for here in Wales that's very important. So we're going into unknown territory, and I think particularly with the economic climate as it is worldwide at the moment, I think it's probably something that needs to be done with a little bit more thought.